do eventually. So I took the bus up from Coos Bay to Florence, and I rode with a guy that travels a lot too, and he told me about this spot right behind a Goodwill. It's in a park off a trail. He said there's tons of these little offshoot trails that other travelers and homeless have used. Like that goes back to a spot, but it's all trash pallets and stuff, and doesn't look very flat back there really. There's like one little flat spot, but I kept moving back here. And it's about to start raining here in a little bit. It just started sprinkling. Came back here and I found this spot. Really cool. All these old madrones all covered in oh, I forget what that's called. Something beard. Old man's beard. Come back here and have this little spot. Now it was all trash, but I cleaned it up. I really like this. But yeah, see, they all got the leaves and everything of a madrone. I don't know, maybe not. But yeah, it's all covered in old man's beard, and I really like this root ball here. That's really cool looking. It's like quite a knocker, or quite a staff. So we got to handle this way, heavier this way. But that's pretty cool. Don't want to carry it though. Some more trash to pick up. But yeah, I was littered back here with soda cups, and I'm not picking up that stuff. I'll get the shiny stuff. It's probably fucking crack rock tinfoil. But yeah, come back in here and you find the cool little home bum spot that isn't too dirty. It looks like they probably just kicked everybody out. Now that trash bag was filled with all these rocks, and there are some agates in here. That's what's cool about Oregon. Get it to focus. There we go. All these really cool agates all over Oregon. I have so many cool rocks in Maine that I brought with me out there, and I left them. Some really, really, really cool stuff. But I don't carry rocks. Not a very impressive piece. Most of this is just, I don't know, maybe they used it for weight. Some sort, but I thought there was more agates in here. There's one. Not that cool. Yep, that's about the only cool one. But these are all everywhere. This stuff is so common. You go down any river in Oregon. Well, we're starting to get rain, so I'm gonna climb in my tent. I gotta cook some food. I got some turkey I gotta cook with some ramen. Turkey with some ramen. Oh, look at the little princess. It was a long bus ride, huh? The bus driver loved you. What's so cool about coastal Oregon? None of the buses trip on dogs. They don't even ask any questions. They just give treats and The whole time the little lady's like, how's my little princess doing back there? Is she okay? Her name is Jerry. She was an awesome bus driver. I found out her birthday. She was an Aquarius, and yep, one of my best friends, Sean, he's an Aquarius, and they're quite the characters. But yeah, it was a cool bus ride, about 2 hours. Got a few clips of footage, but not much. I was talking the whole time. But yeah, I'm going to throw my rain jacket on. I got a couple little stumps here, one to cook on and one to sit on, so I'm stoked. I like finding these spots that aren't too trashed. I haven't seen any needles, just a few pieces of broken glass. And there's a garbage right outside the trail, so I can take all that up in the morning, and when I got to go up and get supplies, take that up, throw it away, grab a few more pieces of trash, piece of cardboard over there, and a couple of scrap pieces, but I gotta get cooking. But yeah, a cool little spot. Even got some spots back there. But you gotta be careful with spots like this because you don't know where people go to the bathroom. Usually you can see where they dig out or where they leave piles of toilet paper, but I don't see any of that. So hopefully people have been, if they do handle their business back here, they bury it. That's what I do. Bury it deep. But yeah, I'm gonna get cooking. Signing off. We're in Florence, Oregon. Then we'll be heading west over to Eugene. 60-degree weather over there, not a lot of rain. We're going to have a couple days of rain here, so hopefully I can get away with this spot for a couple days. I'm not getting out of my tent unless I have to, like I was hoping for yesterday or this morning, but I'm definitely going to try to stay here through the next couple of days of rain, and then it clears out for supposedly 4 or 5 days. So that'll give me perfect time to go busk, make some money, and then get a bus ticket to Eugene, because I guess it's $5 to go all the way to Eugene from here. So that'll be cool. Runs like 3 times a day. So yeah, definitely. Finally up north, and it hasn't been raining for the last couple hours, so this is nice. Whereas Coos Bay, where I was at, and Coos Bay is about 1 hour and 40 minutes south of here. About 1 hour and probably 20 minutes because we stopped a bunch going on the bus. So about 1.5 hours probably south of here. So got a big chunk out of the way. It was all inland, no coastal part. The coastal part will start after Florence going north. But lots of cool lakes and saltwater bays and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. I wish I could have known where they all were as I was going, so that way I could have shot video through the windows. But I got a couple of clips, but not much. But it's absolutely beautiful all the way through here. Like this whole drive from Florence to Coos Bay is, yeah, I recommend it to anybody. It's an awesome drive. Beautiful. All right, guys. Well, we got rain coming in heavier. All right.
Absolutely beautiful out here. Walked 2-3 miles out of town. Found this little spot behind an abandoned building right on the saltwater bay. By this train bridge that goes over to that island over that side. We're on plant. Little princess. Still in Florence. Right outside of Florence. Trying to decide if I should hang out more in Florence or take off and head over to Eugene because there ain't much going on in Florence. But we'll figure it out. Time to make some coffee. All right.
What's up, everybody? So I'm still in Florence, going to catch a bus out to Eugene tomorrow. Wanted to give a couple of shout outs. One to a guy named Eric, who's a local here. We walked out to the stealth camp spot along the Suslaw River last night, and he told me about how there's lots of spots out there if I wanted to stay in town that you can actually leave your tent set up and everything. He was a cool cat. He's about my age. A little schizophrenic, not too much, but a little bit. But it was interesting. We had some really cool conversations, and I don't mind people that are, that the public thinks they're a little bit out there, because to me, I think they kind of see things that, in a way, and see things, physically. They just see things differently, and I really, as long as they're not too far gone, I kind of enjoy their conversations because they do make some good points sometimes, and make some really interesting points too. And the way they see things and the way they look at things, it's quite different. And I don't know, I like different ways of thinking. But it was a cool conversation all night, and hung out. And it was really hard walking out there. I didn't know it was that far out. My pack is so heavy that, I'm not really, like I said before, I'm not geared up for walking. But yeah, I'd also like to give a shout out for some donations. Last week, Larissa from Trinidad kicked me down some money. Thank you very much. Also, a couple other people, my buddy Matt, had a few kickdowns in town. I didn't catch their names or anything, but yeah, and a big shout out to Bob, Bobby Figuera. He's like one of my few main supporters. Helps me out. Him and his wife Tammy. They're the ones I met in Willits, and he's just happy to help. That's amazing. Also give a big shout out to my ma. Thank you, Ma, for the money last week. That helped out a lot. And we're going to head over to Eugene tomorrow and see what we could do. I put a resume at a screen printing shop, so we'll see what happens. Although I'm looking on Indeed right now, and the job's taken off of Indeed. So I'm going to hope and pray that I get a call for that. If not, I'll find something else, and I will figure it out. I'll figure it out in Eugene, even if I got to get some mediocre job at first. It's all good. But yeah, everybody that supports, man, you guys have made this possible. Out of the last 2.5 years that I've been making YouTube videos, I think around 2.5 years, something like that I've been making YouTube videos, man, I really wouldn't have been able to do it any of this really without you guys' help. And I, from the bottom of my heart, Frey and I thank you guys. You guys are just amazing. All my friends, my family, new friends that are now family. Yeah, I mean, I talk to friends of mine that are jealous of what I'm doing out here, you know, especially friends from like high school and stuff. And it's just like, what? I mean, you guys can get out here and do this, you know. You don't have to do it for as long as I have, but you can come out here and do this. It's not hard. It's fun, you know. I understand if you got family and all that and you can't really take the time off, but go on little excursions. Just go out for a couple weeks if you can. It's fun. But I wouldn't have been able to do it without all you guys, and I really appreciate it. And it really helps, you know, get us down the road. You know, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, so like it's not going to anything like that. It's literally going to pretty much food and supplies, you know, dog food for Freya. Like, you guys really, from the bottom of my heart, from all of my heart, I thank all of you. You guys are amazing. And yeah, I'm gonna get to Eugene and figure it out. And if it doesn't work out in Eugene, we'll keep moving around Oregon until I find something. I'm not going up to Portland. No way. I'm not doing big city. But, you know, maybe I'll cruise around Eugene area. Maybe I'll find some farm work or some hemp work or a printing job. But yeah, could possibly head down to Southern Oregon once it warms up, though. All right, guys. Well, again, thank you guys. Frey and I both appreciate you. And little Freya, all tuckered out. We walked quite a bit today. All right, guys. Well, end of the video. See you in the next one. Cheers.